It's a good formation. We've got Shane Harrison and Funky, Holger Funkin is his name, and Mark Torrison and Jethro Nelson. And you've already seen Jethro Nelson today.
He was flying he took off in one of the Harvards, and he was also flying the Jet Rollers.
Quite a talented pilot. He's a Tornado pilot from the RAF and now works for Air Affairs down at Nowra.
So your skill base then is very, very high. How many of these Lears are you operating down there?
The company has 13 Lears now. It's been quite a rapid increase from just a few years ago, and it's to service the jet aviation support contract for the Department of Defence.
Of course, the company is wholly Australian owned and headquarters down there at the Albatross Technology Park.
Absolutely Australian owned and operated, and it's growing quickly and very exciting to be involved.
And it's great that it is wholly Australian owned too. I really find that fantastic, particularly for what you do. Such a wide range of work.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. A lot of work with the Air Force and a little bit of a break in the formation. One goes up, one goes down. Yes, the job they do for the RFS is quite critical, and it gives very exact mapping for the RFS headquarters to direct their assets.
Now, the company also provides a lot of common services support for the Commonwealth and aviation life support, non-destructive testing, logistical support. There's not very much that you guys don't do. You manufacture, design and manufacture the parts. That's easy. You've got a very good target and a very good gun.
No, they are tested to destruction, and the gunnery, I've got to say, they're very active these days. This is actually Mark Torrison and Jethro going past with their gear down, show you a birdie shot. And that means we're expecting Shane Harrison and Funky to come in over our heads very shortly.
And I think we can see them just slightly out to the east.
Here it comes. Everybody look behind you towards the moon, and you'll see Shane Harrison coming in for his fast points.
Of course, some of the other things that you guys do, the Naval Aviation System Program Office, you provide development of installations for designs for equipment for RAN aircraft, or different equipment that they want to put in there.
The engineering and design skills of the company are quite amazing. It's very 1984, just about the time the fixed-wing fleet aileron was paying off. Air Affairs stepped in and took on much of the load and does it very efficiently and to an extent better than us old Navy types used to do.
You definitely do not get to see the Learjet service normally. They're still in their shanties.
Yeah, most people think of Learjets as executive carrying VIPs, and it's a very different mission that we perform with them.
And this design is actually a development of one of their previous aircraft, the Stearman Cloudstar. It became the primary trainer of choice for both the US Army Air Corps of Lucas and
like the famous movie about the Glenn Miller band and his story. It's a concept, it's an idea, it's very much Hollywood, but it's still quite a fun movie to watch. It's not exactly truth.
I was actually fortunate enough to meet one of their ace pilots out at the gathering of Mustangs and Legends at Kissimmee in Florida, and this gentleman was very, very quiet. And he and I were out there at 6 o'clock in the morning looking at the Mustangs, and we sat down under the wing and talked for a couple of hours about it until his daughter came to find him, wondering where he was.
Often the way you talk and lose time, but as you can see above us, Chris Clark putting the Stearman through its paces and showing us about energy management. He's starting high and will convert the energy of height into the energy required to do his display, and he'll slowly lose altitude until he's down lower at the end.
The aircraft type was actually born for the US Navy in 1934 as the NS-1, and it was also produced for the US Army Air Corps as the PT-17, the PT-18 and the PT-27. PT-27 being the Lend-Lease version, 300 of which went off to Canada, and they were fitted, most of them, with canopies for the very harsh Canadian winter. The NS-1, known to the US Navy as the Yellow Peril. They're all painted yellow as training aircraft. Generally had a 220 horsepower radial engine, an R670, but a lot of them. It is integral to the operations of the Australian Defence Force overseas, and particularly in disaster relief, where Australia has provided such relief to things like the Christchurch, New Zealand earthquake, to Japan earthquakes, and humanitarian missions throughout Southeast Asia and Papua New Guinea. Do you know?
Yes, we did, Jack.